Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the end of the night now. Performances are still going on out there. If we do get the opportunity, we're going to speak to some more artists. But to be honest with you, I think time is coming to a close now on tonight's events. There's been a lot happening. I think we've had a good selection of artists talking about what the night is about. Of course, it is about Mr. Kaka Bhaniawala Sadeva Devi, jo is dunya vich hun so it's a very, very sad, moment to think about. But we're here to celebrate his life. It's a tribute gig, and I'm going to now take this opportunity. We've come to a room where it's a bit more quiet. Everybody else is out there having a good time, enjoying the music, and we're going to catch up with what I would say would be Kaka Bhaji's right-hand man pretty much everywhere when he was in the UK, at least. Even when this brother of mine went to India, he was there with him as and when required. But when he's in the UK, I think they were pretty much just brothers, blood brothers, as far as any relationship goes, beyond what is a natural brother-to-brother relationship. That man is my brother, Dippa, of Baja Records, who actually took the opportunity, took Kaka under his wing, and, he actually stayed with him as a family member in his house. And I actually saw it with my own eyes. And I want you guys to actually see that when I speak to him now and speak about Kaka, the singer, the performer, the professional, and the person that we may never have seen before because he's no longer with us. But Deepa's going to tell them from his own experience. So, Deepa, Bazaar Records. Kaka Bhaji, set?
I'm glad that you mentioned foremost, first, family, friends.
Yes.
Brothers,
yeah,
because that's how Kaka was. People are here today to celebrate the life and works of Kaka.
Yeah.
Amazing singer, performer. But even to this day, me coming out, I still feel, I don't feel right, because to me, Kaka was he's a family member. Like I said, he was Saturday night renda si khanda pinda si, dil di galan sunaunda si, and that's how I saw him. There was, as a singer, he's a great singer, performer. But what I miss about him is just being around, just being there for me and me. We just cup shop man to see that our brothers do.
Let's talk about various things about Kaka, as you know him as technically his manager, but off the record, his brother, his family, a family member. You were both there for each other, and I'm guessing you were there more for him because Fabio Baila Bandasi, he would come here and found things out. But today we've come here and, my God, there's a lot of people here, isn't there? I'm very surprised. I was thinking at first people may not really appreciate what Kaka was about, but the event's packed. And when I say packed, not just packed with people who've actually paid money to raise funds for his family in India, but artists that weren't even on the original list have actually gone out. They've all come on. I mean, that must say something to you, Deepa, putting this, contributing towards putting this together with the promoters and everybody else.
I'm just would like to thank everyone who's come here, shown all the support, artists, the fans, the paying fans, people who've actually emailed going, look, we can't turn up tonight, but is there a website or bank account that we could donate money to? Okay. And that's the sort of love that people given. My heart. You can't say more than that. It's just so big thanks to all the people who attended, all the well wishers, all the people thinking about him, his family, his kids. Our thoughts are with them today.
Okay. Now, I want to take this back a bit. We all know Kaka was more than just an introvert, because he wasn't an introvert, he was an extrovert. I know Deepa, but I want to know from your personal perspective, how did the whole Kaka Bazaar Records Deepa relationship occur? How did you first meet him? I want to go back to basics and let's bring it to date.
It was about four years ago. Specialist True School, I went to Sunday morning. It had been released. And basically we went out there and we just found the guy. It was simple as that.
Yeah.
It was hard finding him because he was in a small Benny, Ludhiana, right at the back, and was he lovely, and instantly we clicked.
Yeah. And what was that first meeting like? Was it very natural or was it very like...
It done how we were sitting here, we started laughing and joking, really? And that's where the connection come.
Okay.
And from then on it just progressed, we got to, he started coming down, we used to go down to his house. And then when he come to the UK, that's when we really,
yeah, tell me a bit of that, because he pretty much became part of your family, didn't he? He wasn't a baila, but he was a car da banda.
That's what was unique about him, you can get loads of kalakar here.
Yeah.
But ਉਹਦੇ ਵਕਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ, because he had no ego on him. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬੈਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਟੀ ਖਾਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ. And he's like Dippa, मैं Dippa, मैं Kaka Bhaniawala, you know, because you know, you go, मैं थोड़ा Kaka ya. You know, he used to sit down, he used to stay, you know, months at our house. You know, my mum and dad loved him. My mum loved him. You know, he used to call my mum and dad, papa, mummy. You know,
I mean, let's be honest. He was a joker as well. He was almost a naughty kid in the house, but he was Kaka, you know, by nature, Kaka by name as well.
He was, and you know, he always used to bring a smile on everyone's faces because he loved kids as well.
Yeah.
You know, my nieces, nephews used to come down, play with them. He used to he was more happy hanging around with little kids.
Oh, bless him.
And you know, he used to go, "Ah, meri beti wagera," you know, because he had 3 kids of him.
Which he'd obviously be missing if he was
yeah.
there.
And every day when he used to be in England, he used to ring them up.
Yeah.
You know, every day. Speak to them, you know. We used to be going through calling cards, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ringing them up. But, you know, that's what he used to do. He was a family man. You know, he won't how some singers are.
Well, I was going to say, there was no airs and grace like, oh, me Kaka, handi. He was very much, if you didn't know he was Kaka, he would just be, you know, Sada Punjabi Banda just sitting there with the family. You wouldn't know he was a singer. It's just that we knew him as a singer, that's all.
And, you know, with our family and all that, we had, you know, a lot of singers who come to the UK, used to stay with our cousins, and he'd say, because, you know, there used to be other singers that, you know, we want to stay in a hotel, just see a tirana. But Kaka was just like, you know, I want to stay with you lot. But and that's how he's happy, and we were happy as well, and, you know, I don't think there'll be anyone like that. And after this, you know, I've sort of lost heart, but you know. But you know, his wife, his whole family, was very friendly, and there was just like so much love for each other.
A lot of artists have said today that because he has such a unique talent in his voice, the octave range, he can go high, he can go low, the variations he had in his voice and the way he could actually sing songs. But they've all, pretty much 90% have all said the one thing, that no matter what, Kaka's style is always going to be that particular way. You know it's a Kaka song. And he just, you know, he just hit it off, you know, with everybody.
Well, that's what we brought you know, attention to him. You know, we just heard him. And I can remember back in the days when I heard old track Janwarga Mai Tera movie Banoni. Yeah. And I was young then. I was like, oh, my man's a bad singer. Yeah. And I used to play that song over and over and over again. And when we got the chance to meet him and, you know, we got to know each other, you know, I even said that by that's what you're all school head. I can remember, you know what I mean? And he's a laugh about it, and he was so down to earth. And like I said, in my eyes, they're brilliant singers here now. You know, top singers, very talented. But in my eyes, there ain't gonna be no one like Kaka.
No, definitely not. Because he was, you know, I've said to the guys out there, to the artists and people who spoke to, he was pretty much in his own domain. That was Kaka in his own field. He was a character in every aspect, wasn't he?
And the sad thing about it is, you know, this was his time. You know, I was
just about to say, sorry to cut you, but I was just about to say, all the artists have pretty much said today, they go, this was his